Beekeeping in June in the state of West Virginia is pretty daggum critical. Why? Because we're coming to the peak and start into that peak of the honey flow season. But it doesn't mean you can just sit around and watch the bees do all the work. You got to get out there and do things yourself, and you got to be planning ahead, right? That's one thing as a beekeeper you always need to be doing, is planning ahead and trying to see what is that next step we need to do. So again, we're going to go over 10 things today that you need to be staying on top of in June so that you won't fall behind come the important time whenever you're going to start harvesting honey and start getting them ready for that fall push so that they'll be good, healthy, and strong for the winter months ahead. Number one, you need to stay ahead of the honey supers. So your colonies are going to start producing a lot of honey and nectar and bringing in nectar fast during June, and you need to stay on top of that. So you need to be in your colonies checking for that every 7 to 10 days and making sure that you're not running out of space for the bees. All right, but a good rule of thumb is if you open it up 7 full capped, put another super on top. All right, and then that way that'll keep them from running out of room. So this is part of swarm control too, because once they start running out of room, even though swarm season's rolling down here in the end of June, or in the June season, if they start running out of room, they're going to likely swarm again. Number 2, back to the swarming. You need to continue to check for the swarm cells, especially if you've kind of laxed a little bit and had maybe you've went 14 days or 21 days or whatever. You need to get in there and you need to check and see, is there any swarm cells? And you can do that really quick just by flipping up the bottoms of the brood chambers and looking at the bottom of them. Sometimes you don't catch them all that way, but that's a quick check to be able to see if there's any swarm cells. Number 3, this is probably one of the most overlooked tasks during this time of the year, and that is starting to look heavily at your varroa mite maintenance. All right, I know this is a touchy subject for some folks. Some folks say don't treat. Some folks say treat every month. Again, we'll go back to talking about, do you treat your dogs for fleas? Do you treat your chickens for mites? Do you treat your cattle for flies, different things like that, things that spread disease, right? And so bees are farm animals just like anything else, and if you want to look at it like that.